Hi everyone, it's Diane. Welcome back to my channel, Scrap Addict Creations. Today I'm going to do the final share of the November Close to My Heart album retreat. I had a lot of fun with these layouts. I did have to change 2 of them a bit, but I think you'll like where I went. So let me put this away. If it'll fit where it's supposed to go. I know we always have those places where we're like, you go here, and then it's like, nope, don't want to. So this is the layout called Holiday Decorating that I worked on. I want to say it was the first of Friday's layouts. I watched the video and kind of cringed a little bit. Not what she was doing. I liked her instructions were great. Everything was great on that. There's still a lot of this periwinkle and peach. And I can't get over that for Christmas. I know they had made a comment. One of the other people were like, oh, I can't have a gingerbread on there if there's not a gingerbread in the pictures. And I feel like I'm kind of that way, more so than I should be on some things, but I'm trying. So things that I love about this layout were this chevron pattern. I thought it was really cool. I didn't like that they did 2 separate borders here on the bottom. That was really hard for me. I don't have room for the stamped image, so it's not a big thing. I think it's cute what they did. This stamped image up here, I did the stamped image on one of the layouts. Oh my goodness. I am not good with straight stamped images. So I decided no. So here they would have masked this off, colored it, probably looks like it is probably Seabrook, and then stamped that in mist over the top. Very cute. Very cute. Not going to happen in my world. I just spent 2 hours on this layout, let alone, that would have taken me a lot of time. So again, here's this layout. And I just didn't understand this thing where they have silver here, and then they took mist paper and they drew lines on it, and then they had a border here. I would have rather just had the mist go through, but you'll see that in just a second. So this is my version of what I did. And I took the mist and I made it about, I did 1/4 of an inch on top and bottom, and then I did 1/8 of an inch of silver paper that I have. It can't be Close to My Heart's, because Close to My Heart's paper doesn't litter like this one does, because there's glitter everywhere in my room. I've got ink everywhere. I've got glitter. It's from this paper. So what I also did, which took me a lot of time, and you can't even see it, which is driving me crazy. I took a lot of time to stamp the dots up and down, because I did like the dots. They did, looks like Seabrook here, and then, what is this? Pine. Probably should have used mist. And then what I did here is, so I did pine here. I did Seabrook here between these layers, like they did over here. And then I did pine at the bottom, and then I did Seabrook up at the top again. So I added 2 extra layers of the dots, because I thought they were really cool. And I did them really easy with using the masking tape. So you just basically put it here at this junction and then put it, and it just stamps onto there. So it went really quick and easy. I was very, very impressed with that. But I changed out any paper that was the periwinkle or the peach, and I changed this paper to the opposite side. So, and I just kind of moved things around, spent way too much time planning this and you know what? I'm just going to take this up here so you can see my beauty that I spent hours on. Sorry if it gets ripped a little bit, but I want to share it because I seriously just spent hours on this. Oops. Okay. Adhesive, just stay down there. Let me rip that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just beautiful. I spent hours on that only to cover it all up. So I should have realized ahead of time that I was going to be covering majority of it, and it didn't matter. But it looks pretty, doesn't it? Now I've shared it, so I feel much better about the whole work of that. Okay, so these pictures are actually of and they're 2002, which I do need to document on here. Let me write that down before I forget. They are the Christmas decorating of our house in Oregon. And so I've got Jason putting up lights, him putting up, these were so cute. And I don't know what happened to those. We must have left them behind when we moved, but they were so cute. These little gingerbread guys. Looking at these pictures, want to go find some now and get some in my yard here. So Miranda was so intrigued by this ladder, which was scaring the bejesus out of me. So, sorry, that's one of my grandkids' words. So I let her climb up there, took a picture, and then we got that ladder put away. And then here she's carrying the stick to Dad. He configured this off of a stick that I think broke off of a broom with duct tape, and I think it's a stake that you put in the yard to put lights on. But he found that this worked really well because he has cup hooks. Oh, goodness. Cup hooks all along that he just can, kind of hook the lights on, which we did at our house here too. Cup hooks are amazing for Christmas lights. So she was bringing the stick to him. I think it's so cute. And she's handing it. There's glitter on his face right there, to him. And then Lizzie's trying to put these little candy canes in and then gives up and gets a hammer, and that worked. And then this is just kind of the nighttime picture, one of the best ones. I have like 5 of them, and this is the less blurry of them all. So that's what I did for the holiday decorating. And I did add an additional little candy cane down here. They had put one here and I loved it. So I put one here. Any of the peach that they had on these banners, I changed just into mink. I recut all of this row and put the glitter. So these are each cut individually. Yeah, I know. Hours, people. I should have just left it open. This is what I did today. I decided to color these two. This is from another layout, and this is from this layout in mist. I think on the layout they were in kind of a light mist. They kind of heavy and then light. I just did it heavy. So I did that there, and I did one extra gem on here because I have a lot of extra gems. So I was like, whatever, why not? This Oh What Fun is supposed to probably be a little more scarlety, but that's kind of blending in with the Seabrook. And then this outside line is mist. And then I did the mist here and then outlined it, both of them, in the white gel pen. And then, I just added, see, they just had 2 little ones down here, and they actually enhanced, I think, the stitching. No, they did mist down here, and I kept it Seabrook since I did it here and here. But I did add Seabrook. So up here they have Seabrook and peach. I have Seabrook, mist, and oh my gosh, mink. Those are mouthful. So that's what I did up here. I just omitted mink. I added mink for the omitted peach, and then I just repeated it here. Let's see what else. Oh, and then these they did in peach. I did them in mist. And then the letters I did in mist, and I did it a little more solid than they did it. It kind of bled down on theirs. I just was like, okay, we're just coloring them. And then I added the little white dot since I had the pin out. They did lines here. I repeated that. And let's see, where they did the journaling and the stamping, that's where I put this little house. So they did a little bit of stars here, and over in here. I kind of went a little crazy with these stars. I really think they're cute. They look like little dots, but they are actually stars. So they're cute. But I just kept my borders the same and outlined the whole page. So let me raise it up so you can see it a little better. I think this turned out adorable, even though I covered up most of my work. Oh, the other thing I did do, one more thing. So this piece on this side was a lot longer. What I ended up doing was I stamped this on this piece, and then I put this up a little higher so that it would mimic this, but it was still, these pieces right here were the size of this piece. So I did cut those down. I just held up one of these pieces over here, not the glitter one, but one of the straight ones, and cut that to this size. And then it was still kind of longer. And I was like, well, what's going on? Then I realized that this size right down here, they'd put here. So I took one of this size over here and cut that down. So it's very similar in its shape, and there's not, so it just flows through. There's a big gap right here, and that's it. But for my size layout, of course, it works much better. I couldn't have done that had I done a 12 by 12. But I'm very happy with how that one turned out. Okay, the next one. I went a lot off of what they did. Let me lift this up. I really liked it. I felt it was really fun. So it's a really cute layout. Tearing was involved in this. So again, we use this Christmas die. I love it. This is just the outline onto the paper. And I've got stuff flying all over here. Okay, yeah, this is everything. So this is what I did with it. So you stamped in pine up here, this border, which I put my stamp sets over here. All of these stamp sets, and I didn't show the other ones. So it's this border here. This is the dot from the last one. This is the house from this one. The hat. Let's see here. Oh, what fun is for that one? I've got the deer head. Where's that? Deer head. And I feel like we use this one. Yeah, this one right here. Let's see what else. There's decorating there. Oh, here's that circle. Love that circle. This is a fantastic stamp set. Here's the little bursts. Here's the little stars. We use those quite a bit. Okay, set that aside for a sec. Oh, and the little tree. And that's right here. So I put the little stars and the little bursts here, and I put them a little more than they had them. I thought they were kind of cute. I was having fun. I did pretty much how she wanted it. This is the pine shimmer trim. So we took these and we tore them here, and then we alternated. So here, here, here on both sides. So the only thing that meets kind of in the center, aside from the paper, is the kind of the, what is it? Oh, shoot. Aspen tree looking type bark paper. These start on this side. It was really fun. These circles, they came in the kit. Oh, this little heart. Yeah, I will be using that heart again. Where are you? It's on the other side. There it is. Isn't that cute? And on the stencil, it's over here somewhere, I think. I'm not seeing it now. It has a heart on it that you put over it so you can just ink the center, which was really cool. So that was great. A very happy, they had little strips for that, but you again had to use the stamp set that I didn't get. Honestly, I won't get that stamp set because I cannot line up words with single letters. Not very good. Barely can do it on a layout when I cut out single letters. Not even gonna not go in there with a stamp. So I did type this up on Google Docs, and it's a handwriting font, and I just did it in capital letters, printed it out, and made 2 flags with it and put it under the picture instead of, that's over here. Oops, I don't want you to get a picture of that one yet. This one's fine. Nope, wrong layout. Where is it? Oh, underneath. Goodness, I know. You're probably like, I told you it was underneath. I could tell you it's underneath. Okay, so they did this in 2 little, I don't know, kind of looks like a cake, which it looks like a cake because my friend Nancy, she told me this looked like a cake. It is like a cake, but you'll love what I did with that, I think. So at first I thought this was a balloon. I did omit this little bow. I didn't think I needed it. I added white little dots and the little heart here and here. 2 little dots here, the gems here, and 2 dots here. They had 2 little ones. I was out of those, and I didn't want to get into my stash for that because I have a ton on those sheets. But this piece right here was cut out of the Close to My Heart glitter, which doesn't come off like the other one. So I will be buying more of this glitter paper because it's phenomenal. I did mess up here. I used my ruler. She's like, oh, just, hand draw that line. I used a ruler. No, when I was working, this was the last one I did last night, and it was so late. I was like, nope, ruler. And I still messed up. But I am happy that I got that line around it. I really do like this layout. We have Seabrook right here at the junction. You can't see it on that side for all of the torn pieces. This little circle has that same branch that's right here. I really like this layout. I think it did a good job, and I was able to really incorporate some pictures. I wasn't sure what I was going to go with at first, and I'll raise this up so you can see it better. It is Miranda and her cousin McKenna, who, of course, Miranda still pretty much looks almost like this, but McKenna is, she just graduated high school. So, I know McKenna's the one I can never remember how old she is. Also, Olivia, her next daughter, can never remember how old she is. But Taylor was born the month after Miranda, so I know how old Taylor is. And Noah was born not exactly, 2 years earlier or later, but 1 week earlier. Or Noah and Taylor are 2 weeks apart, no, a week apart in June, and I can never remember which one is which. So yeah, sorry for that ramble. Okay, so here it is. But they were sitting at Grandma Jan's table, and they were playing with the olives. And I just thought that was so cute that they're putting olives on their fingers, and just like here she is, you can see her really close there. And they're showing me that they both have olives on their fingers. And I thought that was so fun. And so I wanted to include that. And I thought that was the perfect layout. Okay, this hot mess. This is the one that actually took me all of Friday while I was playing with Nancy during our scrap time to figure out what I was going to do. And once Nancy mentioned that this looked like a birthday cake, I was like, oh my gosh, it totally does, thinking internally. I'm going internally. And then there's these presents down here, and I'm like, okay, what can I do with this? What could I do to make this look less this? And I ended up making presents. Now, I had leftover bits from the Together layout. Let me grab that. I sent that instruction sheet home with Nancy. What is the Together? I think it was this one, was it? No, that's you. I did so much. Can you imagine how good this feels? I don't know which one. Oh, Together. So the Together letters, they had them in however many letters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they had a grid of 8 on the layout. And so I had these little boxes left over. So I just grabbed those, kind of cut some down, left them some, and then I spent well more time than I should have. In fact, it looks like this one's this one needs to be retied. Tying these around and getting this little tag punch I have from my Stampin' Up days. It's this one. There isn't a hole up here, so you have to punch a hole in the paper and then cut it. But it's a perfect little tag for these. So I did that, and then found that not all of them would let me string it through, especially if I had 2 strings. So I just started gluing them underneath. These 2 are the first ones I did with my smaller twine, and I just kind of scribbled. I was going to do that on all of them, and then when I figured out the pictures, this was Lizzie and Derek's first Christmas together at our house, and I had pictures of them. So I went Derek, Lizzie, Lizzie, just, up and down. And these were the good pictures. I just thought this would be a nice way to celebrate their first Christmas together. And then these presents, I thought, oh, Derek, Lizzie, no name, Derek, Liz, Derek. Oh, I left Lizzie off. I did more Derek than I did Lizzie. Don't tell her. She probably won't watch this. So, but she can read, of course, so she'll count them. She'll be like, hey, where's mine? I liked this one, and I didn't want to defame it with a tag because the stripes were I thought they were so cool on this. It's kind of a denim looking. Here, I'll raise that up so you can see those better. Aren't those cool? What a much better idea, huh? Oh, there's all those presents. So I was able to use paper that I got in the kit. which was great, that I hadn't used someplace else. And these two were actually the only strips I used from the actual, say, and now that Nancy said that looks like a birthday cake, I can't call it anything else. So to me, birthday cake, sorry, but these I did use from it. I splattered black, is it black? Yeah, it was black shimmer on the background. I added black to it. What were the other colors they had? This is not the layout. This is the next one. Where did I set it? My desk is such a hot mess. I have been scrapping. I am so tired. I also didn't add any of these little stars. I guess I could go back and add some if I want to. Let's see. What was I looking for? I don't even remember now. I'll be like watching this to edit and going, oh, goodness gracious. So let's see. It's this piece right here is what I used. It's kind of in the middle for those little ones. I was going to just try to make presents out of each of these strips on the original, but they were so tiny and I was like, no. So I just started kind of looking through my tray, which, you know, grab. This is the tray I've been working out of for the most part. It has all the little extra bits. I did dump all of my stars into my stars bucket. It's got some bitty sparkles that I pulled out. I've got the white and the black stuff left over. I've got a few of the bits I haven't used. I grabbed out some blocks. That's the pearls. This was supposed to go in a shaker, which I will show you next. And then my shimmer trim for clear. So that is what I've been working out of. These haven't been in there because they'll just make a mess. Okay. So I just went through that bucket and I'd had these little pieces in there and that's why I chose them. And I thought they worked really well and I just kind of planned it out. We've got some red and then I alternated with the twine I have on hand. I still think that this one's my favorite. This one, I love this twine. This is the best twine I've ever had. I got it on Etsy. I will put a link below. I know other layouts that I've done it, I've put links in. I think one of them I didn't put a link in because I'm a horrible, horrible person. And, but this is the best twine. It's very thin. It's more of a thread, but it looks amazing and totally worth it. It was either like $7 or it was like $12. I don't know. It wasn't that expensive for how much I got. Okay. So again, just kind of raised and lowered things. I did put the shimmer trim on here because I thought it was really cool. Then I proceeded to cover it up. So then I started moving the presents a little up, which was good because then I cut out Christmas Day and put that on there. This, see, the Chris is one word. TM is one portion, I should say. AS is one. D is separate to the AY. So I did have to assemble that in an order, but I really like it. I might put 2002 here, or I will let Lizzie do whatever she wants. I've really been fond of putting the journaling on the back lately, so that could be what happens there too. But this one got mastered. I love how that turned out. Okay, this was one I was planning to go as much, on how they were doing it as possible. I think I did a pretty good job. I really liked masking this off and coloring it. They did more of a brush stroke. I'm more of a swirl stroke. That's just my preference. So here is my layout that I did. Okay. So the Let Your and Be Filled is that same font I used on the other one. I just cut those separately. I did not pop the heart because I flagged the wrong ends. This is the shaker. So let's see, it's got stuff in it. I didn't go with the peach, of course, but I did use, and this is snowflake sequins that I got a long time ago, and I've added stuff to it. So it's got some clear iridescent, it's got little tiny stars, little snowflakes, and little silver circly things. So to me, that's like the perfect thing for this, because one, it's tiny. Okay, stay. Very dangerous if that opens up. And two, I think it looks really good. It magnifies this happy here. This right here is the stamp set that you all can buy, which is this. And we just hand cut it. And then it's got happy, let's see, that says let it snow. Oh, that probably would have been fine too. It says happy holidays. And so I just put that there. With joy, they sent to us. These were connected and we had to, this word is so tiny. It's so tiny. We had to cut those apart. Had to cut the J off of that. I decided to just kind of leave it in this area. This little pine cone is one of the stamps right here. And I added a couple extra. I think they had 2 on here. Nope, wrong thing. I keep setting this underneath. You would think at the 4th one I would remember. Nope, not me. Why would I remember? Okay, 1, 2, 3. So they have 3 here. And since I did make this and I really like this little journaling tag, such a huge impact on a layout this would be. And it was so easy to make. All we did was mask it off and then ink it with the little brush. Grab the brush, the very, very special brush. Inked that, and then we splattered it with the gloss spray. And I don't know why, but every time I hold this, I just have to shake it. It's compulsory at this point. And then this little check mark, little box, and these dotted lines, of course, were on the stamp set. But I did add this to this, and I thought it was cute. They put the making a list, checking it twice in the center, and they had more. I left a lot of room for words because I'm going to write big if I use this. I'm not using this right now. I'm going to set it aside, but I think it's really cute, and I will use this concept in future layouts if I need journaling, because this was so easy to make in comparison to what I thought it was going to be. And I don't know why I didn't ever think, oh, I can make this, quick. So again, this was masked off with the tape, and then you splatter paint on this, well, the gloss spray on both sides. And they did, I think it was like an inch over here and 2 inches, or maybe 1.5 inches. I can't remember. I just kind of did them about the same. And I think it turned out amazing. And then the dots along here. And I just think I did a pretty good job on those dots, even though I was not thinking it was going to go well. So I left this one right here, this size, that is from this side. I put here, and then I cut this one down to like 2.5 inches or something. And then I, of course, cut this so it fit because it's just that even. These pieces right here, I lined up. This one has this border on it in black. So we're bringing in the black. This is the strip when I cut the bottom off of this. So they had you lay this on the bottom and then just trim the shimmer trim. I just put it on the bottom and then trimmed it with my trimmer. And then I used that piece right here. So because I wasn't going to waste it. This shimmer trim is beautiful. I want to use it on a lot of stuff. So did that. I over inked this. They were a little lighter lighter on the edges and heavier in the center. Yeah, I just did it. And then I trimmed it down a little bit more. This leaf is one of the stamps. It's not my favorite leaf. Let's see here. Where are you? It's always in the last place you look. Oh, there it is. I just don't care for it. It's not a great leaf. It's fine though. It was fine. It looks fine there. And then these little branches. So that branch is this piece right here, and you just stamp it and then twist it and kind of stamp it again. And then these I cut out and I used my Copic markers on them. I used, what was it? E34 and E57, I think is what I used on that one. I put them away. Did this heart again. This one, we didn't use the heart stencil. Maybe it said to do that. I don't remember her doing that. So I didn't know the heart was available until that next layout. Just kind of built this the same way, like I said. Added the little starbursts from the stencil, then the stamp one. Oh, and this heart. Isn't that heart cute? It's a little outline heart, little tiny one. So they have the outline stars and the outline heart. Let's see, then just black and white. Oh, this tag. We put masking tape across it and then did that. We were supposed to do it light, I think, on the whole thing and then darker on the top and bottom. I just kind of left it white. And then I added, because I had not used this one, I decided to add the pine cone to that as well. Let's see here. They did the pine cone by the Joy. They did the pine cone here. I did the pine cone here. And then I added one up here because this space up here looked kind of empty for mine. So the pictures I chose, we picked Allie up at the airport. When we moved to Denver, Allie stayed behind with my mother-in-law and finished out high school and stuff there. So for Christmas, she flew in. Lizzie looks so excited right here. And we had Buttons at the time before Buttons passed on, which is still sad to me. And Allie was coming in. And so here's a picture of her at the door and you can barely see them. It's really dark. And then Buttons is just going crazy. That dog would just, I mean, her whole body wiggled. Like it was just this wiggling mess. And then she was trying to jump up, you know, and all that. So these are the pictures I had gotten of that. And I thought that was kind of like let your heart be filled with joy. I thought that fit really well with this layout. And it was a great way of showcasing this event that really was happy for both Buttons and Allie. Because Allie was Buttons. They were their people and dog. They weren't, there was no ifs, ands, or buts, but we couldn't leave Buttons behind. So then Buttons became my doggy, which was nice. Except when Allie came into town, then it wasn't. Oh, this strip right here is some silver metallic paper I have. I think I got it from Stampin' Up because it's not quite, it's not a shiny silver. It's more of the, oh, what did they call that? Oh, chrome? No, it was a special paper that they had gotten and it kind of had a sheen to it that made it not so bright. And I don't remember the name of it. Tinkerbell butt, yes. So this is Tinkerbell butt paper? No. So this was a paper that I just have a couple sheets of, and I just did this 1/16 and put that on here. You were supposed to take the silver metallic pen and draw down, and I don't have that. So I will be getting that, so I will never use it, and but I will have it. That's the thing. I will have it eventually. I did matte everything in pine. So did they. Oh, they had this strip right here of Seabrook. I don't really have the space for it, so I omitted that. This was, so this whole thing is popped, and it's one of their little kits that they do, and they just sent the circle with the pop tape and stuff. Thing that happened with this, though, while we were building this, I thought that was completely and utterly interesting. She's like, you don't have to take the backing off of all of the pop tape. Now, I didn't ever even think that you really don't have to. It doesn't have to all be sticky. You can leave some of the backing on. It's just to keep it up. So it was a very enlightening moment. Okay. So I think that's about it. But yeah, I hope you've gotten a few tips off of things I've said. But I really appreciated a lot of this masking technique, and I will be using that because look at that little journaling card. That is so cute. It is adorable. And that making a list, checking it twice. I cheated. I didn't use my blocks. I pulled out my Stamp Perfect. Totally helped. There was only a few times I used this, but anytime it was, you know, something like this, it was going on perfect for me. And it did. I didn't use it on the dots or this stuff, but I did use it on these words. But I totally recommend this layout. I think it's adorable. And if you got this stamp set, you are one of the cool people because this stamp set is amazing. There is so many things to use on it. So many. I love this Christmas word. I'm going to do so much with this. I say that and then I probably won't, but I'm going to really try to, especially like these little bursts, those little stars and the bursts and this dotted line. I'm really going to try to be better about using it. Oh, and that circle. I love that circle. So hopefully you all got these and you are enjoying them as much as I am, because this was a very, very fun. Oh, there's the stencil. Here's the heart right there. I'm going to set that with the stamp so I don't forget it again. But I hope you enjoyed what I've been able to share. I hope I've given you some good ideas or passed on good ideas that they gave me. I now have 11 layouts all done because I put pictures. I'm so excited. That's the other thing, is I didn't want to put anything out. This is the one that's crooked. So let's show the one that's not as crooked. I didn't want to put these out on the video without pictures on them. So I was very motivated to get pictures on all of these. And I am so proud that I did. 11 layouts done, technically in 4 days, because I could not finish these in all 3 of the days. So have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you on Monday. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and play today. Please like and subscribe if you would like to see more of my videos. Leave a comment and have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.